Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez super bien aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, je veux discuter juste un peu le concept de négatif, comme ça. Quand je regardais vos devoirs, euh, j'ai remarqué qu'il y avait quelques fautes avec ça. So today I want to talk about negatives. I noticed there was a little bit of confusion when we were talking about like and do not like. So I want to talk about negatives a little bit, les négatifs. We're going to talk about how to form them and where they go in a verb, in a sentence with a verb. Okay. So négatif, the ones we've been talking about are ne and pas, right? So just like in English, we have do not, right? I do not go, right? The do not comes before the verb. In French, what you have to do is surround the verb with your ne and your pas. Okay, so this is your verb. You surround it with your negative. Okay, so in this case, if we have just je and marche, right, that would mean I am walking. But if I want to negate that, meaning using a negative, to say I do not walk, okay, or I am not walking, I have to use ne, which is not or do, and then pas. Okay, so I would take this one comes first, always. Toujours, toujours, always comes first. Je ne marche, and then pas. Right? So I do not walk. You're negating the verb walks, right? So whatever you want to say you are not doing is what you would negate, right? Same thing here. Je ne regarde pas la télé. So if it's just je regarde, that would just be I am watching television, right? I want to say I do not watch television. So it would be je ne regarde pas la télé. I do not watch television, right? So in English, we would say I do not watch television. Comme ça. Voilà. So again, here it comes before the verb in English. So it's a little hard to see, but no, green marker is a little hard to see, but in French it surrounds it. All right. So a couple examples. Like on one of your homework assignments that I graded, I noticed that when we were using ne pas, there was some ordering issues, right? So we're talking about the verb aimer, right? Which means to like, to like or to love, okay? It's an ER verb. I conjugate it with whatever my subject pronoun is, right? So in this case, let's say we like, all right? So I'd say nous, which is we, my subject pronoun. And then like is aimer. I take off my ER. I have my stem of AIM. And then I think, what is the ending that goes on to my subject pronoun for the subject of nous? So je, I, tu, es, il, elle, I, nous, ONS. So ONS goes on the end. Nous aimons would be we like. If you wanted to say we do not like, okay, you would say nous n'aimons pas. Right? Now, there's a mistake in here. Il y a une erreur. If you can think, what is the mistake? Okay, so just a little time there. When you have these two vowels, right? So we have an E and an A. In French, they do not like that. They don't do that, okay? It's all about pronunciation. So you want to say nous n'aimons pas. This is saying nous ne aimons pas. Can't have that stop there. So we have to make it an apostrophe. Nous n'aimons pas. Same thing if it's j'aime, right? So j'aime would be I like, right? I have my E missing from my subject of je because this starts with an A. If it's saying I do not like, my E comes back, right? Because this is no longer followed by a vowel. So this is where I notice some errors. Now your apostrophe is where the N-E is, right? So the E goes away here because it's in front of the vowel. So it depends on where it is. So you have to be mindful of that. That's not something we really do in English, but they do it en français. Now the last thing, we usually don't get to this till French too, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce it here just so you're aware of this word. So jamais in French means never, okay? So jamais is never. So you can say something like, I do not watch television, right? So je ne regarde pas la télé, right? So this is saying, I do not watch television. Now, if you wanted to go one step further, you would say, I never watch television. You would just swap out this. So, je ne regarde. So instead of pas, which is not, right, I'm going to swap in jamais, which means never. I never watch the television, right? So again, this in English comes before the verb. In French, it surrounds it. So I do not watch the television. I never watch the television. Okay? So I hope that answered some of your questions, right? Some of the mistakes that I saw were this, right? So the mistake here is that we would have the E back because this is a consonant. This E would go away, right? I also saw things that were like this, right? That didn't have an apostrophe, right? That's not a word in French, right? A French person wouldn't recognize that. So you have to have that apostrophe there to denote it, okay? So it's all about how it sounds en français. So hopefully that clears some things up. Remember, you just have to watch this video and then email me. Et au revoir. J'espère que vous allez bien et on se verra bientôt. Au revoir.